Hi everyone and welcome back. Okay, so I thought it was time to get the sketchbooks out and do a couple of little sketches for you today. We had a big long project last month over on Patreon, so this month I've decided to do a few smaller projects, easier projects. Now the scene that I'm doing today is of a blue jay, and the first half of this video I'll be showing you the watercolour version of it, and in the second half of this video you'll be seeing the graphite version of it. This one was done in my A5 Etchr sketchbook, which is 100% cotton paper, lovely watercolour paper to work on. Probably the best sketchbook that I've found actually for painting watercolours. A lot of them that are out there claim to be watercolour sketchbooks, and they kind of are, but the paper really is poor quality in a lot of them that I've tried. There's one or two out there which are really nice. And this being one of them. You know, the fact that it's 100% cotton paper, you can't go wrong. You know, it really is a wonderful paper to work on. I buy mine from Jackson's Art Supplies here in the UK. They're a good price, and like I say, they're one of the best watercolour travel journals that I've ever used. I'll leave a link to Jackson's Art Supplies in the description below if you want to go and check these out. Now the paints that I'm using today, I've got my old Winsor & Newton watercolour box out, and I'm using a combination of Winsor & Newton Artist Quality and their Cotman range, and a few homemade paints which I made myself. I use very few colours for this one actually. You don't really need too many colours at all for this. Now the reference photo for both of these projects and all of the video tutorials will be over on my Patreon page, and I will leave links to Patreon at the end of the video and in the description as well. It's only £3.50 a month to join, and for that you'll get access to over 700 art tutorials, 700 videos there. There's lots of tips and techniques videos. There's a section there for beginners. There's some big long projects there which take quite a while, you know, some of the big long graphite landscape drawings that I do, all the way down to very small projects like these two here. So it'd be great to see you over on Patreon. You can post your work over there. We've got a members community over there, very active. We've got some great members over there, very supportive. You know, like I say, you can share your work there, and you can view other people's work there, and just generally join in with the community and chat along with like-minded people. So it'd be great to see you over there. And if drawing and painting birds isn't your thing, just have a quick look through my YouTube channel, and you'll get a really good idea of the type of projects that you can get involved with over on Patreon. Most of them are all kind of previews of projects, you know, longer projects that I do over on Patreon. I work in a lot of different media, from graphite, watercolour, ink, lots of mixed media work. So there's quite a lot to choose from there. And of course, I'm always about, if you need to ask any questions or you need any help with anything, I always reply to all comments and all questions. So if you need any help, you know, during one of these projects, all you've got to do is ask, and I'll do my best to help you. Now both of these pictures, the watercolour version and the graphite version, don't take long at all, and they're quite easy to do, so they're ideal for beginners. And the videos will guide you along step by step, so that you can do the whole thing, or do both of them if you want to, or just one of them, whichever one you fancy. It's kind of why I've done one in graphite, one in watercolour, so you can take your pick. You know, if you're not used to watercolours, you just want to do the graphite one, that's absolutely fine. You know, you've got the choice there. But like I say, the videos will guide you through step by step, so you can complete these in the comfort of your own home, you know, and at your own leisure. Okay, so that's the watercolour version finished there. Just peeling the tape off the paper. I always love this moment. You get that lovely white border around the painting, and it just looks a whole lot better. You'll have to let me know in the comments below which version you like the best. Did you like the watercolour version the best, or did you like the graphite version the best? It'd be interesting to hear your thoughts on that one. Okay, so onto the graphite version now then. And again, I'm working in an A5 sketchbook. This time it's the Seawhite cartridge paper sketchbook. It's not a watercolour sketchbook. The paper in this is quite nice, it's got a little bit of texture to it. I've used these sketchbooks for quite a while now, and again I'm really pleased with these. They're ideal for graphite sketches, ink drawings, coloured pencil work. You can even get away with a very light wash of watercolour on them. I wouldn't recommend anything too heavy on here though, because the paper will start to pill up a little bit if you kind of work on it too much while it's wet, you know. So a very light layer of watercolour you'll be fine with, but anything more than that I wouldn't really risk it. And again, I'll leave a link to these in the description below if you want to check them out. They come in various sizes, A6, A5, A4, and they're in the travel journal style, so you get that expanding pocket in the back and the strap on the front cover and everything. I really do like these little sketchbooks. I think they're really good, great value as well. Now the fact that I'm actually working on an A5 format compared to my usual A4, which I usually work on, it means the smaller format won't allow me to get the same amount of detail as I'd be able to on a larger format like A4 or A3 or something. Obviously the picture's condensed down a lot more, so therefore, you know, I can't fit all the detail in, you know, of the fine edges of the feathers and things like that. But I've done my best to try and get a little bit of detail in there. But in a way, that's kind of simplified it and made it a lot easier as well. And like I mentioned earlier on in the video, both of these projects were very quick. In fact, the graphite drawing one has 3 videos to accompany it, and the watercolour one has 5 videos to accompany it. So the graphite version was actually a lot quicker. But it's not about being quick, is it really? It's all about taking your time and having fun and enjoying yourself. I certainly did. I think birds make wonderful subjects to draw and paint, and they're very popular as well. A lot of people seem to enjoy you know, really highly detailed drawings and things of birds, right down to little sketches and little studies of them. You know, they've always been very popular with artists, you know, in any media really. And they've always been a favourite of mine. I think landscapes are probably my favourite, but certainly I like to draw, you know, nature and wildlife, birds, butterflies, that kind of thing. Anyway, I think we're just about at the end of the drawing now. Just putting the final details in now on the branches there. So you'll have to let me know in the comments below which one you like the best. Right at the very end of the video, there'll be like a split screen showing the watercolour version and the graphite version side by side. There's the finished version of the graphite, and there's the side by side. So let me know in the comments below which one you like the best. Okay, so take care everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.